Hi everybody. Welcome to the call. Thank you for coming on. Tonight, as you know, we're talking about detoxing and nutrition for you guys, for adults, and Stephanie and myself will be presenting. Just a little introduction. I'm a nutrition coach, a Pilates instructor, and a wellness advocate, and so we're looking for giving you a well-rounded detox that we've been doing for at least 3 years now, and created a packet around this to make sure it's organized and simplified for you guys, and we've really got it running very smoothly at this point. So we're excited to share this with you and go over the detox. The cleanse will start September 1st, but if there's a better date for you, you're more than welcome to use that date. It's best to get your items before the 15th, not only because shipping has been slower because of the warehouse issue and the COVID shipping issue, but also you'll get the free oil of the month, so why not when you're doing that? So getting it in time is important. So we're going to the first slide, measuring wellness. Can everyone see that? Okay. So when we're measuring wellness, we're looking at reducing, we're looking at the bottom. We're looking at eating right and exercise, and then rest and manage stress and reducing the toxic load. So developing a lifestyle of wellness requires implementation of healthy habits in those two main areas, lifestyle and healthcare. Combine proper nutrition, exercise, rest and stress management, and reduction of toxic load, compromise a lifestyle that allows for maximum health. Each aspect of it builds on the others, and if any piece is left out, a compromise occurs. Our focus today will be about the nutrition and the detoxic loads, detoxing our toxic load. So going to the eat right slide here, we know that eating nutrient-dense diet with a variety of foods, having healthy eating patterns, lots of colorful fruits and veggies and lean proteins, yogurts, fatty fish, complex carbs, smoothies are a great option for this nutrient-dense meals, which we'll talk about in this slide, in the slideshow. High fiber foods, and we'll talk about the paleo and Whole30. So we're going to go over all of these things for you. So this is where we are starting. Going to the next slide on our Whole30 and paleo. So you have a choice to really eliminate alcohol, gluten, dairy, soy, and processed foods. So following Whole30 and paleo, we have found, does this for you. We can give you links, we follow recipes, we give you guidelines. So you're not just getting the structure of the diet plan, which can also be Mediterranean style, but you're going to get the free nutrition coaching and this community support through this detox page. So you're actually getting a really big savings when you're getting the discounted membership price, because all you're paying for is the supplements and you're getting all this other support. But going back to the diet aspect, these really focus on fresh meats and seafoods, being grass-fed, being organic, being not farm-raised, and focusing on wild-caught if you're getting the seafood, looking at healthy fats and fruits, but really focusing on heavy vegetables, almost like Pegan, which is paleo vegan. So you're still getting the meat, so you're just trying to be a little heavier on the veggies. They both avoid grains and sugars, legumes, dairy, just like I talked about before. These are really important for the basis of your diet plan. You're eating really well. You're not eating. So you're getting really good foods. We have amazing recipes. Terra went to culinary school, and she knows how to cook. She's amazing. She's also put a lot of different recipes on our detox page, so we're really happy with what we've done here. Usually people love it so much they end up being on a lifestyle change of this, and you'll find a lot of people have trouble digesting gluten and dairy in the first place, and usually beans, because a lot of allergies fall into these categories. So we're hoping that this ends up being a lifestyle change for you, but you know, whatever fits, so to speak. And after you've done the detox, you will find that you just feel better, and when you go back to having those foods, it really makes a big difference. So going to the slide of hidden sugars here. So hidden sugars, we're just asking you to take a look at The labels. Be careful of the hidden sugars and things. So basically, if you're not eating from a box, you won't have to worry about this as much. But there are just plain sugars, there's cyansine, there's sugar alcohols, which I don't love. I mean, a lot of people on keto do some of the sugar alcohols. They don't seem to do too well in my body, but to each his own there. The natural sugars after the fact will be something you end up sticking a little bit more to, and artificial sweeteners, there's just unless it's stevia, there's a lot of them have been linked to cancer. So be careful of watching those, and a lot of companies sneak their sugars into products, and so you don't know how to read it. So this you could take a screenshot of, but we're essentially telling you to just watch those labels and be careful of what's going on in the food. The next slide is just talking about how healthy doesn't have to be boring. Just like I was saying before, you're eating really well and the food is very good. We're eating those proteins, as you can see in the picture, with the vegetables, and we're giving you really great options so you don't feel like you're being cheated on that part. People maybe that, and you can still have coffee, but people maybe that have a lot of sugar, they might have a little bit of trouble at the beginning because of the headaches that can sometimes come in because inflammation response happens in the brain when you're addicted or you've been fed sugar. So it's like, what's happening? Where's my sugar? So that's just something to look out for. But typically it's a pretty mild reaction that anybody gets from the detox. However, there are those people that do have that problem. One of the things that we use also to be nutrient dense, we talked about smoothies, going on to the next slide of the Fab4 smoothie. And you all see that Fab4 up there? Okay, good. So the Fab4 smoothie was developed by Kelly LeVeque. She's one of my favorite nutritionists that I follow. I'm a really big fan. Basically on the left, on the pink, you'll see what she does. And again, you can take a screenshot of this. She has a website, it's all on as well. We'll give you the website at the end. But she's looking for a serving of protein, a serving of fiber, a serving of greens, and fructose, which means fruit, by the way, not like a sugar. And then fat, 2 tablespoons, and then liquid, meaning like almond milk or coconut milk, unsweetened, and maybe a superfood if you wanted to add that, like flaxseed or chia. So an example of that is this blueberry pie smoothie on the right in the blue. Vanilla powder protein, which she actually has an excellent one. It's a little bit pricey, so if you need a different one, I have some ones to share with you. Fiber, maybe flaxseed, spinach, almond butter, blueberries, almond milk. So her smoothies are amazing, and you are truly satiated, and you're getting the full list of the best ingredients you possibly can in you right at the beginning of the day. You can also take a second one as a meal replacement or as a snack. So this is, for me, the way that I've gotten around. I like my dark chocolate, so I'm going to make a chocolate smoothie to help me with that and satiate. Moving on, we want to make sure you are on the detox group. If you're not on the detox group, let me know. We will add you or look for it. It's called the doTERRA 30-Day Detox Program. And this is a support group I was talking about, with the recipes, with the community support, with the check-ins, with all the things you need for feedback, ideas at the grocery store. We take snapshots of our grocery carts. So we want to invite you to this page because it really makes a big difference for all of us. And the next slide, I'm inviting Stephanie on to introduce herself and handing it off to her, and I'll be bouncing back on in just a moment. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. My name is Stephanie Vaughn. I am a certified health coach. I also am a bit of an entrepreneur, I guess. I built my own house cleaning business. I use a lot of green cleaners, and I've been doing that for about 10 years. And I've been a Terra wellness advocate now for about pretty much exactly a year. So I'm going to start out by talking about nutrient deficiencies. You know, everything that you put in your body has a major impact on the status of your health, your weight, and just how you feel overall. The typical diet in our world, it's full of processed foods and it's lacking in vital nutrients. Even if you have a really good diet, chances are you're still really lacking in nutrients because we've overfarmed our soil so much and we're not taking care of the earth like we're supposed to. So our food doesn't have the nutrients in it that it used to have. when our grandparents were growing up. So your specific nutrient requirements also depend on several factors like your age, your gender, how much you exercise, and other personal health circumstances like pregnancy or any serious health concerns that you might have. And while the amounts and types of nutrients we need can vary from person to person, like I said, most of us are likely not reaching our daily requirements of vitamins and minerals. For those who think the daily diet doesn't have serious bearing on how our bodies function and feel, it's important to point out the possible negative effects of not meeting daily nutrient requirements. Nutritional deficiencies can lead to serious issues or make existing conditions worse. Depending on the type of deficiency, the body may suffer from a wide range of issues, including fatigue, weak bones, threats to cardiovascular health, and more. Every time you consume the proper amount of a vitamin or mineral, it provides specific benefits to your body. Therefore, when those nutrients are missing, it can cause adverse effects because the body isn't receiving the resources it needs to function properly. Another thing that's important is that you get physical exercise. Physical activity is anything that gets your body moving. Adults need to do 2 types of physical activity each week to improve their health: aerobic activity and muscle strengthening, at least 150 minutes per week. You can break that down to 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And you can spread it out and always try to find something that you like to do, something that's fun, something that interests you, something that you feel good doing. You can even break it up into small chunks during the day. Just figure out a balance that works for you. Annabelle has a site for her Pilates, what do you call it? Pilates studio, where you can either subscribe or there's some free videos that you can watch if you want to check out her Pilates videos. Okay, so why do we detox? While there are many uncontrollable factors in your overall health, through good lifestyle habits and proactive healthcare, you can have significant influence over your physical well-being. Proper nutrition, exercise, rest, and stress management are fairly self-explanatory, but much less concern is generally shown for practices that assist in minimizing toxic load. A toxin is any substance that causes excess stress to the body. Toxic load refers to the volume of these substances that have been accumulated in the body at any given time and the overall burden it places on the body system and vital organs. doTERRA's answer to minimize toxic load comes in the form of a 30-day renewing cleanse. So a toxin is any substance that causes harm to the body. Toxic load refers to the accumulation of all the toxins affecting your body at any given time and the burden it places on the body systems and organs. Toxins come from lots of sources. The world around us is so full of toxins. It's in the air we breathe. It's in the water we drink. It's in the food we eat. Even if you buy organic, there's runoff. You can't avoid getting toxins in your body. And more toxins now than ever before in human history. Pathogens are microbial agents such as bacteria, fungi, or viruses that invade the body and cause infection or disease. Chemicals are any natural synthetic substance that cause harm to the body. Common examples of chemicals are ingredients in processed foods such as artificial sweeteners and flavor enhancers, automobile exhaust, cigarette smoke, solvents, plastics, pesticides, xenoestrogens, and harsh cleaning products. I'm going to go over an outline of the detox. The basic steps during the detox to minimize your toxic load is follow a diet, like Annabelle said, close to paleo or the Whole30 diet, or you could do a vegan diet, maybe whole foods, plant-based, anything that's as close to real food as you can get. Use the basic products, and Annabelle will go over the products in a little bit, for the entire 30 days. Add the all-in products to increase the effectiveness of your detox. And you can also join our Facebook group, which has lots of support. recipes, and just people to cheer you on along the way. All right, I'm going to talk about exposure pathways. We get exposed to toxins through our GI tract, our skin, and our lungs. The toxins can be ingested through the food we eat, inhaled in the air we breathe, or absorbed transdermally when something is applied topically or contacts the skin. Each of these avenues has physiologic defense mechanisms to minimize toxic exposure. So one example of how the body protects itself involves the lungs. They're very delicate tissues that can be affected by germs, smoke, dust, and other harmful substances that we breathe. To protect this susceptible tissue, the nose, mouth, and throat are lined with a thick mucous membrane to trap foreign particles. Special immune cells are also present within the lung tissue to destroy anything that may get past the mucous membranes. So our body has certain pathways that eliminate toxins, and we call those the chimneys. Our body has primary and secondary chimneys through which it moves waste. Oftentimes the primary chimneys have been neglected and or are over or under functioning. The secondary chimneys will then take on the overload. The skin is oftentimes referred to as the third kidney and is what we call a sympathetic chimney, often moving waste that was really intended to be eliminated elsewhere. Any kind of skin eruptions or imbalances warrant further examination of proper elimination. So to support optimal elimination, it becomes our first focus to ensure that we have the proper flow of both the intestinal and urinary tract, as well as lifting any unnecessary burdens from the chimneys of the body so that they don't overexpress once we increase the process of detoxification. So how can we best do this? The first way we can best do this is to reduce toxic load and avoid toxic exposure. We can wash our produce with lemon oil. You can diffuse oils to clean your air. And you can drink water with the doTERRA lemon essential oil in it. During the detox, we try to do that every morning. I do it every day. I've done the detox once. I did it last September. And I don't just do lemon, I do lemon and orange in my water. And I also put in a little bit of apple cider vinegar. The apple cider vinegar is supposed to make the oils like spread out through the water instead of all the oil floating on the top. So you just it gives it a nice flavor. It's almost like it's like a lemonade for me. I don't drink sugary beverages. I don't drink pop. I stick with water most of the time and sometimes tea. So it's a nice treat for me in the morning. And overall during, at all times, you want to reduce your toxic load, avoid toxic exposure by watching what you put on your skin, what you wash your clothing in, what you clean your house with, all the different, everything off gases. So you just always want to make sure that you are getting things that are as organic as possible. All right, I'm going to pass it back off to Annabelle. Yes. To talk about supporting defensive functions.
Thanks, Stephanie. So number 2, your second way of reducing your toxic load is supporting your defensive functions. So that would mean to fortify the body. And to do that, you're really looking at making sure you're getting the right things inside of the body. We talked about the soil not having what it used to have before. And even though eating well is very important in this, we're not getting enough to give the body what it needs to actually function well. And you see all these people with different issues, whether it's skin or leaky gut or GI, all kinds of issues. So this is what we're trying to repair. And so we'll go over a little bit of how people have been feeling, but towards the end, if anyone, and there's about a half of people on this call that have done the detox, please feel free to put in the chat field some of the testimonials that you have felt in the past. So we need nutrients to fortify, energy required to protect and detox the body. Liver functions paramount. Free radicals need to be neutralized and avoid excessive inflammatory response. Dr. Weil, but all the doctors really now, Dr. Hyman, Dr. Axe, and they're all MDs, but they are integrative health doctors. Inflammation is disease. So if you're not working on your inflammatory response and inflammation in the body, then you're going to get sick in some form. And that's what we're trying to prevent here. So the body needs to conduct its own efforts of protection and detoxification, and that's what we'll be doing. Another form of toxicity is the presence of free radicals causing oxidation. And if that's not handled, it causes damage and premature breakdown of cells. Antioxidants are imperative for your health and the elimination of free radicals. The root of all toxic conditions in the body is inflamed and irritated cell membrane, and it's what we do to make sure we get away from that. So how can we provide this kind of necessary support and nourishment so our defensive mechanisms function optimally? Moving on to the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is the staple of it's the foundation of what we always talk about in our nutrition and our wellness calls. Our Lifelong Vitality Pack right here. It's right in front of you. The Lifelong Vitality Pack are packed with essential nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, whole food extracts, antioxidants, fatty acids, essential oils that can be consumed and are vital to our health. These products are specifically designed to supplement the typical adult and its correct deficiencies. Combined with a healthy diet, it's going to help you function at optimum. 94% absorption rate in the body, which is higher than most any supplement I've seen out there before, and this is why we speak so much to it and so highly to it, because most of the vitamins you get, especially the one-a-days, this has been proven, you're just going to pee it right out. It is a big waste of money and time. I hate to say it to you if anyone is taking that. It's not that you've done anything wrong, it's just that you might not have known. So the absorption rate is what is the key factor here. So you're getting your fish oil, you're getting your alpha CRS, which is your cellular, and you're getting your microplex, which is your food. It's important that you get the high omegas. It's important that you have optimal liver function and all the organs are able to do what their job was to do in the first place, because our toxic load is so heavy, like Stephanie was talking about. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and you can see the list of things that it does and take a screenshot, but it is pretty profound in what it does. So the third way to reduce your toxic load is to support elimination functions. So our body has a complete system of detoxification organs and processes that allow the elimination in the body of toxins. The liver, the kidneys, the colon, they're all involved in the natural detoxification processes as our skin, lungs, and GI tract. It's important to take the measures to support these vital organs. So we're going to talk about proper elimination. So our two heroes on this next slide are zendocrine and TerraZyme. They are wonderful products that help at partnering proper elimination. The zendocrine complex, which I'll go over separately, and the TerraZyme, they will both play a role in supporting the chimneys that Stephanie was talking about earlier to get the job done. So this next slide is a little complicated looking. It is your GI tract, okay? So if you were to unravel the GI tract, it would be laid out flat. It would cover the surface area equivalent to that of a tennis court, which I can't quite picture, but it is very big and long, and it's in there helping you to eliminate. So the main function of the GI tract is to metabolize the food that we eat and excrete the waste product, right? It also plays a major role in absorption. Unfortunately, for many people, the system tends to experience less than optimal function. The body must be able to distinguish usable substances from harmful toxins. To accomplish this differentiation, the GI tract serves as a selective barrier that strictly regulates absorption and prevents toxins from entering the blood and lymph system. So you probably know at least 5 people off the top of your head that have GI issues, right? They have leaky gut. Maybe they have an autoimmune system issue. Maybe they have irritable bowel syndrome. I mean, it's so many people I can think of just off the top of my head. And what happens is when we eat these foods with GMOs and chemicals is we get little punch holes into the intestinal wall, the GI tract, and then the food is being excreted into your bloodstream, and that should not be happening. And your body's like, alert, alert, there should not be food in the bloodstream. We are helping to repair that. So you can see the little blue part, and it's called the villi. I think that's how you pronounce it. We want to protect and make sure that there are not holes in our villi or any of the intestinal tract. So we are trying to help the absorption, the minerals, the fats, the proteins and carbohydrates so that you are repairing and you're eliminating appropriately. So moving on, onto the pathway of elimination, when a toxin comes into the liver, it does its job, but if it can't do its job, it moves down, and the kidney and colon try to do the job if it didn't eliminate properly. These are powerful detoxification functions in the body, but we have to support them because, again, we're getting bombarded by all sorts of toxins. The liver is the metabolic powerhouse responsible for processing fats, carbs, proteins, and other nutrients into the rest of the body. The organ plays a key role in detoxifying drugs or toxins. After metabolism in the liver, any waste must be eliminated. Solid waste is removed through the colon in form of feces, with nitrogenous waste is eliminated through the kidneys in the urea. Notice the liver does not have its own outside chimney. It's reliant on those two primary chimneys, the kidney and the colon, okay? So if it doesn't have them working properly, we are not able to function properly. You can see, and a result of this is when people get rashes or eczema or all kinds of issues on the skin, and it's coming out the wrong way, basically. So that's usually an indication that something's going on inside the body. So what we do at the beginning of our detox on this next slide, it's called GX Assist. I'm a huge fan of GX Assist. We try to do this detox 3 to 4 times a year. Even if you get it in twice a year, you're going to make sure your body is doing its job and moving along and functioning properly. The GX Assist is what's going to clear out the parasites, the toxins, the bacterias, and then we're rebuilding, and I'll talk about that in a minute with the probiotics. So the GX Assist is a cleansing partner. It has caprylic acid, and 6 essential oils that you see there are inside of the GX Assist. Caprylic acid is a unique 8-carbon fatty acid with clinically demonstrated detoxification properties, and because of its structure, it's easily able to penetrate the cell membranes of hostile organisms and eliminate them out the body. And this is a gentle elimination, by the way. You're not running to the bathroom all the time. Unless there's something major going on, it's not typical. It also contains 195 milligrams of essential oils, including oregano, melaleuca, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme. The chemistry of the oils, of phenol, alcohol, aldehyde type constituents, and they synergistically provide detoxification properties. So that's why this is unique in purifying the digestive system. We are taking 3 of these a day for 10 days, and I'll go over our chart for the first 10 days. So that is the power of the GX Assist. It is the most important time not to be drinking, by the way. If you feel like you might have a beverage down the road, try and focus on it not being during that first 10 days. The next slide is about the probiotic, the gut repair. Most of you guys, or some of you, seen this before. You can see with the GX, the PB Assist, there is a fluid in the clear part, and then you've got a separate green capsule. So what happens is you're getting the first dumping of a pre and probiotic in 6 billion CFUs into the stomach, repairing there. After you've eliminated all those toxins from the GX Assist, now you're covering the stomach with this beautiful flora, this gut flora. And if you haven't heard before about probiotics and gut flora and the microbiome, it is becoming such huge news, and it's growing rapidly in its research. I was listening to Dr. Hyman the other day. You will have learning issues. You will have functioning issues. You will have all kinds of, it's related to cancer now. It's related to your hormones. So your flora, your good microbiome, your good bacteria in the body is really, really, really important. And I think this is one of the most significant reasons this makes such a big difference for people. And we've had the amazing testimonials that we've had. So you can see what it has inside of it. And then you can see that that green capsule I was talking about, that second one in there, that's what goes into the GI tract. All the things I was just talking about that are issues in the GI tract and the elimination, you're clogging up, you're repairing those holes that were put in there that most people have. So it's important that you know that. The microflora is very important, and the prebiotic in GI health. So I'm just going to move on to the TerraZyme. We've done, and Lindsay especially has done some videos on this. You can go to the Well-Oiled page and type in TerraZyme, and she gives a demonstration. Basically, when TerraZyme is a digestive enzyme that helps break down the food in your body. You can see what it breaks down in this chart. The product contains a unique blend of active whole food enzymes and mineral cofactors that are often deficient from cooked or processed preservative-laden foods. These ingredients aid digestion and support of the overall the GI tract. Enzymes are especially important to help break down and catabolize biochemical reactions in the body, and they're crucial players in the physiological processes, including metabolism and detoxification. So just think about, basically, you have some food that's, you know, sitting there in the stomach and it's not digesting properly, and your stomach isn't providing the right enzymes because it's going through so much stuff to just be regular for you. You're putting in the enzyme, you're helping it digest, and I will tell you how many people love this product and do it on the regular, especially if they know they're going to eat out somewhere or something that might be hard on their stomach. It was out for a little while, and they got it back in, because that's a nice thing about doTERRA too. You know, if they have something back ordered or if it's not coming out, it's because it wasn't testing correctly, and they will not put something out there if it's not clean and clear. So this is really important for processing the food and delivering the right enzymes and minerals to the body. So moving on, we're going to talk about zendocrine. So zendocrine soft gel is what helps loosen everything up. And the next one I'll talk about in a second is going to be the scrub brush. So this is for your liver and your kidneys, your colon, and your endocrine system. So endocrine function is something that people don't think about a whole lot. It has tangerine, juniper berry, cilantro, geranium, rosemary, and it helps with, if you get a lot of UTIs or if you have kidney problems, this is really important. This is a big one to clean the kidneys out. So this is the soft gel version. And the zendocrine detoxification complex, which is on the next slide, it has a blend of whole foods extracts, and you can see what's in this, which is, I really like this slide because you can see the layout of what it does. These are talked about a lot by the top doctors in holistic nutrition and the current stuff that's going on out there. These enzymes help filter the liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. It's helpful to function the liver, colon, lungs, and skin, and support you in that way. So it's going to be your scrub brush. Moving on to DDR Prime, and then I'll go through our chart. There is a soft gel and there's an oil version. I always say do the soft gel. It's going to be a lot easier instead of you making capsules yourself. You can see what it does here. It contains frankincense, orange, lemongrass, thyme, summer savory, clove, and niaouli, which is a form of tea tree oil, and that's a cleanser. Helps promote healthy cell function, powerful antioxidants, supports the overall health. And so it's going to be really important for your DNA repair. This is huge for your DNA repair and your nervous system. And just to say something about protecting against that oxidative stress and nervous system, if you're high anxiety or you're always nervous or you're just have trouble in general calming down, your immune system will shut down on you, which is really important not to be in fight or flight mode. Even if we can't help it, this will help to not have us there. And it will also help support your metabolism in general. So really important. So moving to the next slide, there are two different versions of the detox, okay? One's a little more budget friendly, and then one is just going a little deeper into the full detox, which we talked about all the supplements. That picture up top is the all out, but I'm gonna go over the basic one right now. So the basic is your Lifelong Vitality Pack, your TerraZyme, your probiotic, your GX Assist, and your lemon oil. The difference with the second one, which is on the next one, on the next slide, you're adding in the zendocrine soft gels, the zendocrine, the second zendocrine one I was talking about, and the DDR prime. So ignore that TerraZyme at the top. That's supposed to be in both of them. This would be the zendocrine soft gels, and the DDR prime. So you can see the price difference. One is, your member price is obviously much cheaper. And if you haven't been a member yet and you do sign up, you can get one of the products for free. So that could eliminate one of the prices. So you're talking about like $150 or about $269. However, don't forget, you're getting nutrition coaches, Stephanie and myself and some other people on the team. You're getting Terra, who's doing a class, which we'll talk about in a moment. And Terra, feel free to put your class in the chat field, but we're doing a cooking class. You're getting all the support. So that you're only paying for the supplements when it comes to this detox. I'm just going to go over the basic detox schedule. So this is the first detox. This is the one that's modified. You can take a screenshot if you want to, but we have a packet that I've already uploaded to the 30-day detox page, or we can send it to you. But what's great about this is it lays it out. You print it out, you have it for your whole 30 days, and you're good to go. The Lifelong Vitality Pack is the first 3 items. You're taking that the whole time. 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. We try to say in between 3 or 4 because you could have so much energy it could affect your sleep, which is a good thing, right? The lemon oil in your water every day. The GX Assist, like I was talking about, 3 times a day for 10 days, and then followed up by days 11 through 30 with the probiotic. So that's your basic detox. The second form that we're showing is the all-in. If you're able to spend a little bit more on a few more supplements, I say, gosh, you're already doing it, go ahead and go all in, but that is up to you. So you've got the Lifelong Vitality Pack, you've got the TerraZyme, which is your digestive enzyme to break down the food. You've got the lemon essential oil, your zendocrine soft gels, the PB Assist, the GX Assist, and the DDR prime. So we're just missing the zendocrine one. We'll have to update the chart for you guys, the secondary zendocrine. So those are the 2 different forms. You can choose how you do it. We are here to support you in whichever way works for you. If you have trouble swallowing pills, which has come up before, you can put them all in a smoothie other than the fish oil and any of the ones with the gel caps. You can definitely put the food nutrient one in. You can definitely put the cellular one in. You can definitely put some of the other ones in. But if it's like a gel, then you don't want to put those in, but they are smaller, so that would be helpful. The next slide is about our resources. Take a screenshot here if you need to. We're going to be posting all this to the 30-day detox page. We've got paleo recipes, we've got 30-day meal plans, we've got blogs, we've got all kinds of resources for you. So if anybody can either unmute themselves or type in the screen, the chat field, any questions that they have, or if they have any feedback from the detox if they've done it before. I would love to hear from you. It looks like Terra had already put her September 3rd, 8:30 class for cooking, so that's in there. Does anybody have any feedback or questions right now? I know I have a few people that did the detox. Does somebody want to share some of the results they had? Debbie, are you open to sharing? Put you on the spot. Terra?
Annabelle, I can share one.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Sure. I've noticed before when I've done detoxing that my skin, like that's what like people would compliment me on my skin. They said, your skin looks like it's like literally glowing. Like I just had that look like that, you know, we all like to have, that you just came from the spa. And, you know, that wasn't what I was necessarily going for, but it was an awesome result. So that was a huge difference for me.
Yeah, that's a big glowing skin, and I see that right away when I've seen somebody halfway through the detox. It is almost immediate. It's as if you can just, it's everything is clearing out through the pores, and they're finally unclogged. So that for sure has been huge. Another thing I've heard is the sleep that they're getting. They're getting super deep dreams, vivid dreams that they remember. They're in REM sleep, super high energy, weight loss, nice side effect to have. Let's see, hormonal balance. I mean, there have been so many, and they are actually in that form. Any other questions or comments before we move on? No. Okay, no worries.
Hey, Annabelle, actually.
Annabelle, there's, oh.
I think you and I are saying the same thing. Cynthia asked another question in the chat.
Okay. Let me look at it. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. What's the difference between zendocrine soft gels and zendocrine digestive virgin? Are you talking about Digest Zen and zendocrine soft gels?
Let me see. Yes, I think so. One of them is actually, they were both on that one slide that you had there. But one is the soft gels and the other one was zendocrine, but it's a white bottle that has Digest Zen up at the top of it.
Oh, okay. You're not talking about Digest Zen, the oil right here I'm holding.
No. Here, hold on. Let me try to turn on my camera and I'll show you.
So the soft gels, yeah, thank you. The zendocrine soft gels are the ones that are going to loosen everything up, and the other one is going to eliminate, like, scrub brush out. But they're both supporting the organ function, and we can pull that slide up. It looks like she's going back. So that's zendocrine complex. You see it?
Yep.
And then you can either screenshot that if you want to, or we can always post this recording. This is your soft gel. If you choose to do one versus the other, you could. It's just going to be a bigger result, better result.
So which one would you recommend?
Out of the two?
For the detox.
I think if I would do both, but if you only wanted to do one, I would do the soft gel. Do you guys feel the same way about that, Marley and Terra?
Yeah, I would agree. I actually did this cleanse I had some issues, so I actually did the cleanse for 3 months. And if I was to go back, I 100% would do, if I had to choose one, I would do zendocrine soft gels, and then I do a bunch extra TerraZyme. But the combo of the two is just, there's something magic about it with what it does to your body. It helps so much.
And I will be honest, there have been many detoxes I did it without the one that's in the white bottle because it's been out of stock for so long. And I think that's been the same way for some of the people on here. So I'm kind of excited to see what the difference will be. I'm going to do both this time, but we'll see. I'll be able to tell you a little bit more after the fact.
And so how would you take this, if you're going to add this one on, how would you add that on? One in the morning, one in the afternoon?
Yeah, we're going to update the chart and we're going to make sure you have that. Good question. Yeah. Anybody else have a question? Because we will, we're going to share, we're going to talk about putting your names into the wheel. So if you have any other testimonials or questions, Marley's going to put your names into the wheel for the free giveaways of the Lifelong Vitality Pack if you're going to be doing the detox and if you're on this call. So we have 4 of them, which is kind of a big deal. I mean, we usually do a giveaway, but these are worth $80 basically on their own. You've got all 3 of the first ones in the chart that we were talking about. You've got your cellular, your food, and your fish oil. So it could be a big savings for you on the detox itself if you are lucky enough to win that, and I'm gonna wait for Marley to come on. So if anyone else wants to share anything else about this detox or has any question about the food or recipes.
Yeah, Annabelle, I was just going to say, while Marley's doing that, this is Terra. The zendocrine complex, that white bottle that Annabelle was going through, the doTERRA actually recommends taking that for the full 30 days of the detox. So it's 1 in the AM, 1 in the PM for the full 30 days. So I think it does make a difference. And like Annabelle said, I know it's been out of stock for a while, so it's back. So I'm also excited to see the difference in the detox this time. But I just wanted to point that out.
Thank you. Yeah, so we'll add it into the chart that way, Marley, if you don't mind redistributing that, and we'll update that chart. I know that's something we had talked about before, and I was making sure too that it was actually going to be here for us. So.
Right.
Yeah, so Marley's just entering your name in the wheel, like I said. Terra, did you have anything you wanted to add about the detox or your class coming up?
No, I always like doing I always feel very energetic and, you know, more like my mind seems more clear when I do the 30-day detox. So I do like it. I'm excited, especially what we've gone through, I guess, this, with this quarantine. So I think it's going to be exciting.
Nice. All right, let's take our...
All right, I have the new wheel up, and I apologize. I didn't know who the phone number was, so I just put phone number. So if you get it, you win. All right.
Yeah, there's someone on here who's on. It doesn't show your name, just so you know. We can tell you the phone number if you know what we're talking about. So did it stop? Oh, it's starting.
Debbie is the first winner. Let me write the name down.
Yay, Debbie.
Oh, this pen.
Got first one for the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and then we'll do the second one. Like drum roll. Yay, Rhonda. Rhonda, you're on a roll. Wish you could hear like the party noise, like it's New Year's or something. Awesome. So Rhonda and Debbie so far. Congratulations.
It are. And sorry, guys, 1 second. Let me just type in the chat. I'm going to put in the chat my email. If you would just send me your addresses at Gmail, I will send that out to you. And Annabelle, I don't remember, was it 2?
4. So we have 2 more to do. 2 more names.
For 3.
What's that? Oh,
right.
Sarah. Yay, Sarah.
Here we go.
I can give that to you in Pilates, Sarah.
Cool. There is our 4 winners of a Lifelong Vitality Pack. And like I said, if you wouldn't mind just taking note of my email in the chat and just send me your address, please. Just say Lifelong Vitality winner and then send your address.
Denise, that's awesome. I think this is your first winning item, right? You're muted, but you look happy.
Yes, it is my first. Yay!
That's a big deal. That's awesome.
Yes.
I think so that is a really big value to you guys. So all you'd have to do is get some of the ones, whether you decided to do the first version or the second version, and you'd only have to get a few of the other supplements. So congratulations. Thank you guys for watching. I think Debbie was going to do one more testimonial. I'll give her a second to unmute herself on the detox.
Hang on. Sorry. I keep meaning to unmute and I can't do it.
No.
I'm looking forward to the detox, actually. I haven't done the full thing, but I'm ready to go. So can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm really excited. Denise, I'm so happy you won. I'm happy I won. I'm happy everybody won. It's so exciting.
Yes.
And Denise, I'll cook for you. Denise said I can't do the detox step because I don't cook.
I don't
So
cook.
I'll cook for you. It's fine. It's a win-win.
I would like to be cooked for as well, if you wouldn't mind. That'd be great.
Okay, I can add one more, no problem.
Let's see, Rhonda's like, you can cook for me too. Everybody wants
This is great. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't done the whole thing. I've, done bits and pieces, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm at a point in my life where I really need to cut the crap and just, go all in. So there we go.
Yes, that's another piece we didn't talk about. With COVID and all our excess eating and outside eating, it's another reason to, hey, guess what? We're getting the reins back. We're going to get our control back, and we're going to make our lives better. And looking into the winter, we need to definitely make sure we ensure our highest optimum health and immune system. So this is a lot of information. Let us know if you have any questions by reaching out to us. And thank you so much for watching tonight. Thank you, Stephanie, for presenting, and Marley and everybody for being here and helping out.
Also,
Stephanie,
this
you were
recording will be
great.
available.
Don't forget to order before the 15th, and have a good night, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.